Members, it's us again. We hope that you have been doing very well. We hope your projects are progressing. We hope that the times, though, are hard, you are managing to step by step progress your project. And we hope indeed that much as things are getting more expensive, you are making it. I'm here today again, back at the Classic Mouldings Gallery in Westlands again today, and I'm here with Joyce. By now, you are familiar with Joyce, the interior designer at Classic Mouldings, in charge of training as well and sales. So today, we want to tell you about gypsum. You know how malleable gypsum is. You know it is the product of our interiors of today, yeah? So please tag your mates, tag your friends, tag your spouses and your adults and children, so that, you know, we can talk about this material that has become such a big design factor in our age. Now, we have been working with you while we wait for people to come. We've been working with you. I think we started talking to you about architectural moldings, and then we went into paintings, both flat and decorative, and today we are here with the gypsum. Yeah, it is a work that we are making together with Classic Mouldings. We are working with Classic Mouldings as we celebrate 30 years anniversary in this country, and we bring it to you in the month of love. Why love? Because you love your home, you love your family, you love to just, you know, be in a beautiful, beautiful, well-designed ambience. And if you need that, there's nowhere else to go. Classic Mouldings is the place to be. So perhaps we start talking about this, Joyce. These walls, all these walls that you're seeing here, that, you know, the design up there, the one at the back, the one with the wainscoting, the orange, the burnt orange one here that has stucco, all those are made from gypsum. Yes. So why is gypsum the product of today? Right. Tell me about that, Joyce. Why do we need gypsum?
Gypsum, what makes it very unique?
Hope they can hear you.
What is making gypsum very unique and a malleable product in the market is, number one, because it's fully fireproof. Gypsum does not burn.
Yeah.
It's fully fireproof. That is one. Two is that it's malleable. You could use gypsum to make literally anything. Talk of partitions, talk of recessed ceilings, talk of niches on your wall, talk of a table like this. People hardly believe that it's possible to use gypsum to make such. But come to Classic Mouldings, we show you the countless innovative ways that you could use gypsum to make. Think about your boardroom table. Yeah. Think about your conference table. Think about your reception that would stand out and look amazing using gypsum. But as you're doing this, it's important for you to know the different types of gypsum.
Yeah. So
and the thickness.
So before we go to the different types of gypsum, I'd like you to tell me where we can apply gypsum. You have talked about furniture, like this is actually made of gypsum, members, believe it or not. And you have talked about walls, you're talking about ceilings, there's a terminology used, recessed.
Yeah, recessed, like parts of the wall could be intruded.
Correct, and I'll show you that. I'll show you that a little later. When you want to just bring that wall closer so that the part of it is at the back, because, you know, design is about playing and you know, creating something that works for you, that is beautiful and functional at the same time. So we'll be showing you that. So tell us about the different types of, so we said roof, wall, furniture, where else?
Think about spaces that are functional. Maybe let's talk of a commercial space.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody who has a shop that they're displaying their say clothes and jewelry.
Yeah.
You need to have really nice displays, and this would work really well when gypsum is good to function.
Yeah. You said earlier that because of the malleability. Malleability means inawezeshwa. You can use it to mold. Inawezeshwa. You can create very intricate designs with it. The curves, the domes, the corners, the sharps, you know, the flats, the receding, you know, you can actually play with it to actually create exactly what you want. But the beauty with it is that you can paint it, and you can use decorative paint on it. So like this is decorative paint that has been used on gypsum. This is stucco that has been used on gypsum. So you create and cut and carve and mold as you want with gypsum, right? You mentioned the types of gypsum are different.
Yes.
How?
It is important to know this because the function or where you're going to use the gypsum really determines the type that you're going to use.
Where you're going to use it determines the type.
Exactly.
What types are there?
There's usually the normal gypsum, we call it normal gypsum, then there's green gypsum that is used on areas that have moisture, like for example, the ceiling in the bathroom areas, or areas that have moisture, like the kitchen area and whatnot. So it's important to know which one specifically to use. And the thickness also.
Just before you go to thickness, let's talk about the type, because guys, you know how in your bathrooms, your bathroom, because you're using heated water and there's moisture, when it rises, it goes to the gypsum or the ceiling, and you know how it begins to look, It creates some dark mold. That is because you are using the wrong kind of gypsum for your bathroom and for your moisture areas. So what Joyce is saying is that there's a type called green that is water resistant. It's not weather resistant, it's water resistant. So if you put it in the bathroom, it doesn't matter how much moisture and how much steam rises, it will remain flat, the right color through its lifetime. The other thing is the size, the thickness. There is 9 millimeter and 12 millimeter. And there are some that are preferred, like with the roof one, you want to use the 9 millimeter because of weight, so it doesn't come down. The 12 millimeter. The designs.
The ceiling, like for example, here we have a small recessed part of the ceiling.
Yes.
When you have the smaller thickness 9 mm, it gives you a very easy time. When you're working with partitions or on a table like this, you use a 12 mm because it allows for high traffic areas.
I see. So the 9 millimeter one is more malleable. You can change and mold it easier, So I want to go and show you a room, or not a room, but a design somewhere, and just give you an example of how you can use. But then remember, you make the nice sharp corners, molded and curved corners, square and deep corners using gypsum. Very, very, very malleable. Things that you could never do with cement, things that you could never do with other material, now you can do with gypsum from Classic Mouldings. 30 years experience in the month of love. I'll show you something that you can do with gypsum. Assume you have a room, like your bedroom, and there's just concrete walls, and you wonder, how will I create any design? Do I put my bed facing this way, or does it come in the middle? You can give your room a personality using gypsum. Why? Because it sort of lends you a half cement to make a dry wall or to do some partitioning that makes sense to you. If you buy a house and the space does not seem to make sense to you, but it's the one you can afford, or you like the space but you'd like to now customize it to your need, gypsum is your magic. Look at this. There was a wall there, but then somebody created an indent. This is gypsum. I think in the States and elsewhere you call it a dry wall, even in Australia. Well, because it is dry indeed. So what this person has done, or what Classic Mouldings has done here, they've used it for display. Now, your display back at home perhaps is a mirror, your dressing area where you put your makeup and your jewelry. Think about little shelves here, and then you put a lighting up there so that you have a full-length mirror or a half-length mirror. You can create a surface here with gypsum and have drawers down there as you want. But what I'm trying to say is that because of gypsum, you're able to customize your room to make sense for you yourself, even though the developer did not think about it, because it gives you realistic partitioning. It is safe, it is not expensive, that. Just use the right kind of gypsum, and then think about it, a full-length mirror there, a proper lighting up there. By the way, the modern lighting, like the spot lighting, is actually enabled because of gypsum. Otherwise, you're stuck with that light on the roof, So have a mirror there, a light there, and another light there, and have your little shelves, put your makeup and your cosmetics, and then put a full-length mirror there, put a drawer, and you have a beautifully designed room out of a flat 4-wall room, So play with it, use it, create with it, mold with it, and create a space that is customized for you. The right kind of gypsum is at Classic Mouldings. We have both 9mm and 12mm, which you use according to what your needs are. And we are bringing it to you on the 30 years anniversary of Classic Mouldings in this place. And it is in the month of love. So guys, we will be showing you another product of Classic Mouldings next time. For now, we hope that you are gaining quite a bit from our shows, from this walk with Classic Mouldings. We'll come back to you a little later with yet another product. It is the
architecture for the attic.
Yes.
Windows.
Yes.
Roof ladders.
Yes. So you know how a house is built, and up there is a sharp roof, and you wonder what is in there after the ceiling. What's in there? That is room. It's a full room, but you need air in it, but you need lighting in it, but you need to access it. So there are ladders and there are attic windows and there are those lights. Right? We'll be bringing that to you, and for that we are actually going on site, on set, so that we bring it to you. You can apply it when you build your haciendas back where you come from, or even in the city. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for walking with us on this third, or is it fourth episode of our walk with Classic Mouldings 30-year anniversary in the month of love. Stay tuned and keep building.